Mark Zuckerberg may have built a digital empire, but his real-world kingdom is just as extraordinary. Spanning Silicon Valley fortresses, tropical Hawaiian paradises, hidden city mansions, and lakeside retreats worth a staggering $270 million. Each property isn't just a home, it's a fortress of privacy, a strategic investment, and a glimpse into how one of the world's most powerful billionaires lives when he's offline. From secret purchases, through shell companies to entire estates shielded from public view, we're pulling back the curtain on Zuckerberg's ultra-private, carefully crafted real estate empire. This is the side of the Facebook founder you've never seen. Exclusive, calculated, and built to last for generations. In 2004, a 19-year-old Mark Zuckerberg sat in a cramped Harvard dorm room, coding a website that would change the world. Back then, he wasn't thinking about beachfront estates, sprawling compounds, or island paradises. He just wanted to connect people online. But success came fast. By his mid-20s, Zuckerberg was already a billionaire, steering Facebook into uncharted territory and rewriting the rules of Silicon Valley wealth. With money pouring in faster than most could imagine, Zuckerberg faced a choice. Follow the traditional billionaire playbook of flashy mansions and constant media attention, or do things his own way. He chose the latter, building a real estate portfolio that's equal parts low profile and jaw-dropping. Today, his collection is worth around $270 million, stretching from tech's heartland in Palo Alto to the lush beaches of Hawaii. Each property tells a story, not just of wealth, but of strategy. Behind every purchase is a mix of privacy, security, and a vision for the future that most of us will never experience. This isn't about showing off. For Zuckerberg, every home is a fortress, a retreat, and sometimes even a land investment decades in the making. And as we start this journey into his real estate empire, one thing becomes clear. Mark's homes are as carefully built as his empire itself. In 2011, Mark Zuckerberg made one of his most famous purchases, a modest-looking $7 million home in the quiet, tree-lined neighborhood of Crescent Park in Palo Alto. At first glance, it didn't scream billionaire luxury. No golden gates, no massive driveways, no paparazzi waiting outside. But looks can be deceiving. This was the first piece of a much bigger plan. Over the next few years, Zuckerberg began quietly buying up the 4 houses surrounding his property. Why? Privacy. In Silicon Valley, curiosity runs high, and tech gossip spreads fast. By owning the neighboring homes, he created a personal buffer zone, an invisible shield between his family and the outside world. Inside, the main house blends understated elegance with cutting-edge technology. Open, sunlit spaces, custom woodwork, and eco-friendly design make it warm and livable, while behind the scenes, advanced security systems and encrypted networks keep intruders, both physical and digital, at bay. This compound became more than just a residence. It was Zuckerberg's command center. From here, he could walk into Meta's headquarters in under 10 minutes, host private meetings without fear of leaks, and enjoy the rare luxury of quiet in one of the busiest tech hubs on Earth. It's the perfect example of how his real estate choices aren't just about living, they're about control. And if Palo Alto is his fortress, Hawaii would soon become his kingdom. In 2014, Mark Zuckerberg expanded his vision beyond Silicon Valley and set his sights on one of the most breathtaking spots on Earth, Kauai, Hawaii. For roughly $100 million, he acquired over 700 acres of pristine coastline and farmland. This wasn't just a property, it was a kingdom. The estate included lush tropical forests, rolling fields, and beaches so private that few have ever set foot on them. It was the kind of place where the outside world simply disappeared. But this paradise stirred controversy. Locals voiced concerns about land rights, fearing the gates of a billionaire might shut them out from areas they'd enjoyed for generations. Zuckerberg responded with public statements and projects aimed at sustainability, promising to preserve parts of the land and maintain its natural beauty. The estate itself blends seamlessly into the environment. low-profile ranch-style homes crafted from native woods, open to ocean breezes. The horizon here isn't filled with skyscrapers or server farms. It's endless blue waters meeting green mountains. For Zuckerberg, this isn't just a vacation home. It's an escape from the constant hum of tech, a sanctuary where the only notifications are the waves breaking on the shore. 3 years before Kauai in 2011, Zuckerberg secured a foothold in one of San Francisco's most exclusive neighborhoods, Dolores Heights. He purchased a historic 1920s home for around $10 million, a classic beauty with timeless character. The property sits high on the hill, offering panoramic views of the city skyline and the bay beyond. But Zuckerberg is a builder, not just a buyer. Over the years, he quietly invested millions into renovations. The upgrades were extensive: expanded living spaces, modern interiors, and a rumored media bunker for private meetings. An underground garage and enhanced security systems ensured both discretion and safety. The construction sparked curiosity among neighbors, but true to form, Zuckerberg revealed little. The home's location is ideal for a man who moves between tech epicenters. It's close to Meta's San Francisco offices, yet tucked in a peaceful enclave away from the public eye. Here, the bustle of the city is at arm's length, and the skyline views remind him of how far his journey has taken him. This isn't the largest home in his portfolio, but it's a statement. Zuckerberg can be in the heart of the city without ever being fully seen. In 2018, Zuckerberg made one of his most strategic real estate moves, buying 2 neighboring estates on the shores of Lake Tahoe. Together, they cost nearly $59 million and gave him more than 10 acres of waterfront seclusion. These were not just homes. They were retreats designed for year-round luxury. The first, known as Carousel Estate, features a sprawling main house with vaulted ceilings, rich wood interiors, and walls of glass that frame the lake like a work of art. The second, Brushwood Estate, has a more rustic mountain lodge feel, complete with massive stone fireplaces and a private dock. Both properties share sandy beaches, boat slips, and direct access to Tahoe's clear blue waters. This wasn't about impulse buying. Tahoe offers Zuckerberg a unique balance. It's close enough to Silicon Valley for quick travel, but far enough to feel like another world. Winters here mean skiing in the Sierra Nevadas. Summers bring boating, hiking, and family gatherings under endless stars. In these twin estates, Zuckerberg can unplug completely, surrounded by nature's beauty, with only the sound of the lake lapping against the shore, to remind him he's still connected to the world. While Zuckerberg's Palo Alto compound, Hawaiian estate, and Tahoe retreats grab headlines, some of his other properties remain shrouded in mystery. These lesser-known acquisitions, spread across California and beyond, don't appear on glossy magazine covers, and that's exactly how he wants it. Often purchased through LLCs, these homes serve a variety of purposes: guest lodging for friends and family, discreet work retreats, or simply long-term investments. Rumors point to an upscale penthouse in San Francisco's Mission District, chosen for its sweeping views and proximity to the city's vibrant food scene. There are whispers of secluded ranch-style properties tucked away in Northern California, offering endless hiking trails and fresh air. Some even speculate about holdings in New York, where tech meets finance, giving Zuckerberg a quiet East Coast base. These hidden homes aren't about showmanship. They're about flexibility, spaces that allow him to move quietly, live comfortably, and avoid drawing attention. In the billionaire world, the most valuable asset isn't just land. It's the ability to disappear. And Zuckerberg has mastered that art, building a network of escapes few will ever know exist. When you add it all together, Palo Alto, Kauai, Dolores Heights, Lake Tahoe, and those hidden getaways, Mark Zuckerberg's real estate portfolio climbs to an estimated $270 million. But how did it reach such an astronomical number? It's a mix of initial purchase prices and massive investments in renovations, expansions, and land acquisitions. For example, his original Palo Alto home cost $7 million, but the surrounding properties push the total far higher. The Kauai estate alone, with its hundreds of acres, accounts for over a third of the total value. What's striking is how much of this value is tied to land, not just buildings. Zuckerberg isn't buying flashy skyscraper condos. He's buying spaces that offer privacy, security, and potential long-term appreciation. Land in Kauai or along Lake Tahoe's shoreline is finite. Owning it means holding an asset that will only grow more valuable with time. This portfolio isn't just a billionaire's playground. It's a calculated mix of lifestyle and investment strategy, built to last for decades. For Mark Zuckerberg, privacy is more than a preference. It's a necessity. His real estate decisions reflect that at every turn. In Palo Alto, he bought surrounding homes to create a buffer zone. In Hawaii, he owns enough land to ensure no one builds within view. In San Francisco, renovations included advanced security systems and controlled access points. But it goes deeper. Most of his purchases are made through shell companies, keeping his name off public records. Contractors and staff often sign non-disclosure agreements before setting foot on a property. Security teams patrol perimeters while cutting-edge surveillance systems monitor every angle. This obsession with privacy isn't just about avoiding paparazzi. It's about controlling who gets close, physically and digitally. As the face of one of the world's most powerful tech companies, Zuckerberg lives under constant scrutiny. His homes aren't just places to live. They're fortresses designed to shield his family and lifestyle from unwanted eyes. In his world, walls aren't just made of brick or stone. They're built with layers of strategy, secrecy, and the resources to make sure they never come down. In the exclusive world of billionaire real estate, Mark Zuckerberg's $270 million portfolio holds its own against some of the biggest names in tech. Jeff Bezos might own a $500 million spread of properties, including a Washington D.C. mansion and Hawaiian estate. Elon Musk once sold most of his homes, claiming he wanted to own nothing, only to still hold valuable land near SpaceX. Larry Ellison practically owns an entire Hawaiian island. What sets Zuckerberg apart isn't the size of his collection, it's the strategy behind it. While many billionaires buy properties as status symbols, Zuckerberg's purchases are less about making headlines and more about creating private, functional spaces. His focus is on secure, secluded locations rather than ultra-visible penthouses or trophy estates in celebrity hotspots. In some ways, his approach is more sustainable. Many of his holdings, like the land in Kauai or along Lake Tahoe, will appreciate over decades, while others' flashy urban properties may be more vulnerable to market swings. In the game of billionaire real estate, Zuckerberg plays the long game, and so far, it's working. Looking ahead, it's unlikely Zuckerberg is done expanding his portfolio. As Meta continues to grow and his personal wealth climbs, new opportunities will emerge. Industry whispers suggest he's eyeing more land in Hawaii to expand agricultural projects and increase conservation efforts. Others believe he may invest in European properties, private countryside estates in Italy or France, blending old-world charm with modern security. One thing is certain: whatever his next purchase is, it will follow the same principles: privacy, strategic location, and long-term value. His properties are as much about creating a legacy as they are about enjoying them in the present. Zuckerberg's real estate journey is a mirror of his career, calculated, deliberate, and always thinking decades ahead. Whether it's in the heart of Silicon Valley or on a remote Pacific shoreline, every home tells part of a bigger story, a story of a man who built an empire online and now surrounds himself with fortresses in the real world.